But chapter 5. So, drama, suspense, thrills, chills, kills.
So
chapter 5 is so heavy.
Yes.
So heavy.
That and this chapter is when we start to see Maki and Kaito get pretty close.
Oh yeah, that's because
Or
everyone
was that
finds out about
chapter
his
4?
virus. No. At the end of chapter 4, everyone finds out Kaito's sick.
That's right. Yeah.
So then Kaito goes for his all or nothing. Let's swarm Monokuma now that all the cubs are dead. He can't use the
exosols.
Exosols, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, this chapter was so weird. So they don't find the flashback light. You don't find it, but instead you run into Kokichi. And he's like, "Here you go. Here are these hammers, so you can clear the platforming puzzle that you couldn't before."
Mm-hmm. Right, and then we get to go back to the road of despair.
So I will admit, the first couple times I tried it, I'm like, okay, maybe now that I've seen it, get done, maybe no, it's still so freaking hard.
Did you try to do it legit, Zarik?
I tried to do it legit with half the characters. I'm stupid.
Zarik.
That hammer makes things so much better. Holy crap!
Well, okay, I don't know about you, but I just spammed the square button the entire time.
Yeah, the hammer, like they say, the hammer has limited charges, but nah, it doesn't.
No, yeah.
You can use it through the whole thing.
Yeah, just mash the entire thing and jump when you need to, and you will clear that thing in a moment. Yeah. I don't think I died once, actually. I don't think I used up a single life, just because I was mashing the hammer the entire time. Yeah, but then we get to the end of the road.
You get to the truth.
Quite literally, yeah.
What is the outside world? It is fucked!
Yeah, it's apocalypse out there. No living souls. Everything is wrecked. Everything
is still on fire.
Everything's still on fire. What?
Earth, put that out now.
But it
probably doesn't have an atmosphere. Who knows? I don't know how meteorites work.
And at this point, it's revealed to us that the 16 kids here, they were part of a program to basically start humanity again by selecting 16 ultimates, putting them in a rocket ship, and sending them to another planet because the Earth was fucked at this point.
It was. Oh man, the Gopher Project I think is a stupid name, but the Ark Project is done like way too much. So I whatever. Name aside, only 16 people. But they say that those 16 were chosen.
High school students with these particular talents. The ultimate tennis player.
Let's be fair, Will. I mean, they have to repopulate the planet. You don't want to get 16 40-year-olds.
The ultimate tennis players, Eric.
Look, you gotta have some of those good genes being passed on.
I guess, but it's like, wait a second, why the ultimate, okay, ultimate artist, I get, yes, you want to cultivate a planet where art flourishes and exists. The ultimate magician, Zarik?
Kyo's the only one that makes the most sense to me. Kaede afterwards.
Yes.
And then Angie after that.
Yes. Yeah. And ultimate detective.
Goten makes sense too. Maybe a new planet needs bugs. You have to have pollination stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
Robot Boy makes sense. Inventor makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of them make a lot of sense, which is why Ultimate Magician stands out like a sore thumb.
I think the Ultimate Cosplayer is pretty up there, Will.
Wait, no, cosplay is important though, Zarik.
Now it's important for the future.
Anime is not a mistake.
Only his son is.
So
two inside.
two inside. The other thing that's revealed is that a remnant of despair managed to make their way onto this ship and sabotage the entire project, plummeting them back into the earth, wiping their memories, and now here we are.
And surprise! It was Kokichi. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, Kokichi.
Everyone.
Oh man, and like, God, Kokichi. So many great moments with Kokichi that takes place at the end of chapter 4 and the beginning of chapter 5. First off, the end of chapter 4, he pushes Maki to the freaking limit. And she, like, man, has him dead to rights. I thought that was so fitting in retrospect because he just made a huge mockery out of Kaito at the end of the trial. So when Maki does that, it's like you're thinking she's doing that because she's sick of his shit. But then in chapter 5, specifically by the end of chapter 5, you realize, no, she's doing it because you just, like, Kokichi just made, like, a huge mockery out of Kaito, and that is not cool in her books.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
She will defend her husbando.
And, man, it could have been beautiful. Maki and Kaito, like, they bring out the best in each other. I just get so giddy.
So I saw a picture earlier that just really, like, pushed the Gurren Lagann on me. Have you ever seen it, Will?
Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I'm familiar with it. I haven't watched the series,
so like how so like the two main characters, Simone and Kamina, are pretty much Kaito and Shuichi. Shuichi's kind of the meek boy that kind of grows up and, like, you know, gets his place, and Kaito's it's even the same voice actor. He's the loud, you know, we can do it if we believe, charge forward, the future is ours kind of guy.
Wait, is it actually the same voice actor?
Same voice actor.
Wow. Okay. Sorry to cut you off, but that was just such a coincidence.
Watch it in English. It's great. Oh my God. Loving it.
Nice.
Both of the characters have, like, respective, like, love interest in it. And Maki is straight up almost like the picture I saw dressed her up as, like, the potential, like, love interest in Gurren Lagann for Kamina, and then it's got Kaede as the one for Shimon, and it was so cute. I'm like, oh. And whenever Monokuma, like, basically puts the key in for the split debate, the morphinized that is a direct pull from Gurren Lagann. Whenever they activate the mech, it does that little spiral thing, like even them going to base or going to space.
Yeah,
like a lot is referenced from that anime. You can tell that the director really does have, like, a passion for that kind of, like, hot-blooded story.
Wow. Okay, I might have to watch that. That sounds really interesting.
It's a good watch. It's a damn good watch.
Yeah, but their relationship, like, at this point, really, I mean, like, we see, this is when Kaito and Maki also have that moment in her lab, in the Ultimate Assassin's lab, where Maki teaches him how to construct what is it again? The crossbow?
Crossbow. How to build your own crossbow.
How to build your own crossbow in 3 easy steps. So yeah, and this is also that Kaito can, like, lead the charge against Monokuma. But that's not exactly how it goes, is it?
No, they see the outside world, they fall into despair, and then Kokichi kidnaps Kaito.
Mm-hmm. How does he kidnap him again? I forgot.
Kokichi gets a remote control.
And gets the Exisal.
And get the Exisals.
Yeah, and takes Kaito because Kaito is being all rebellious, and Kokichi doesn't like that.
Too hot-blooded. Mm-hmm. You can't control a hot-blooded individual.
No, so Kokichi kidnaps him and takes him to the secret lair.
The secret hangar.
The secret hangar where the Exisals live. Yeah, and how does it... Oh, I'm a little bit hazy on how this one plays out, because a lot happens.
So they go to stage a rescue attempt. Shuichi, like, basically, like, talks to Kaito from, like, the window the previous day. It's like, okay, we're gonna come tomorrow, we're gonna save you. It's gonna be great. We're gonna storm the thing. It's gonna be awesome. Mm-hmm. And then they go into the hangar, and the hangar has, like, one of those automatic pressers.
Like those large industrial size.
Squished body with a whole bunch of blood and Kaito's jacket, and everyone is freaking out except Maki.
Who just sort of gets angry and leaves.
And Monokuma's like, "Oh, there's a case, but we can't find Kokichi or Kaito. So which one's in the presser? It's a mystery."
And this whole case is first off, the trial takes place in the classic final trial area that all the games do, in that like checkerboard with the blue red curtains, which is always a nice touch. But yeah, this whole case, basically what happens is that an Exisal with Kokichi's voice is introduced and takes Kokichi's place.
But it also switches to Kaito's voice.
But
no, it's actually Kokichi.
And the Exisal literally jumps back and forth between Kaito's position in the courtroom and Kokichi's position in the courtroom.
If you see like a helicopter view, there's actually a big like podium for him to stand on when he makes the jump.
Yes, that's right. And it's funny because he's right. I think when the Exisal is on Kokichi's side, he's right behind Himiko, and it's like, oh my god, that thing is terrifying and huge right behind her.
And he's flirting with Himiko. It's like, no, stop. Stop it now!
Yeah, he flirts with Himiko. And I love how Sumiki comes in at that point. It's like, yo, don't play with that girl's heart.
Sumiki is the best like straight character throughout every case. Whenever the perfect line comes up, she has the perfect like calm, reasonable like comeback.
Yes.
Just to like make that joke work even better.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, the entire case, like as a player and as Shuichi, you have no idea what the hell is going on. But of course, there's a point to all this, because the other person who doesn't know what's going on is Monokuma. You know, like whoever's inside that Exisal is really playing everyone to the hilt. And the reason they're doing that is to throw off the mastermind, so they can't make so even they don't know who the Blackened is, effectively breaking the rules of the game, because Monokuma and the Mastermind always has to know who the Blackened is so that the case can play out fairly. So whoever was behind this wants to break that cycle. And is there anything else we need to discuss before we reveal who it is?
So I know it's for gameplay's sake, but you ever feel like it would have gotten to a point, especially with like when Kyo was pretty much revealed to be the Blackened, whenever they have to like go over the case or try and like catch him in a lie, it's like, you know, we could just vote right now and I'll pick you anyway.
Yeah, but I think they have to do it to like solidify the case, you know? It's like, look, this is exactly how it happened. This is why you're the Blackened.
Oh yeah, I mean, for the game it's fun, but I would like Suichi just go, like, no, actually I don't have to explain it. We've almost caught you in the act.
No,
we just all have to vote for you.
In the previous games, maybe not. But, like, in this game, I think it makes the most sense because he's the detective and because the entire team always looks towards Shuichi at the end. So I can totally see Shuichi IRL being like, this is how it happened, panel by panel, people. Following along? Good. This is who you need to vote for. Good.
I love those little comic book put-togethers at the end. What did you think about, like, the incident? Like, all the steps that, like, led up to it, like, Himiko delivering the crossbow, Maki sneaking in via an Exisal, the poison that keeps getting taken from Shuichi's lab. Lock the door, Shuichi!
I felt like, fuck guys, couldn't you have said this in the trial to make Shuichi's job a little easier? Because, like, it's what, like, literally everyone was in on it, right? I mean, they don't know how the final, like, how the murder itself actually happened, but, like, everything leading up to it, which was essentially the first half of the trial. Like, just say something. We're not gonna... If you're not the Blackened, Shuichi is trustworthy enough to figure it out. So just say it. But yeah, there were a couple of red herrings, for sure.
Oh, man, but when it comes down to it, Kaito breaks free, he's got Kokichi on the ropes, but Maki shows up with poisoned arrows! Mm-hmm. Oh, Kokichi gets hit in the back, but then Kaito takes the finishing blow!
Oh, Kaito took the hit for Kokichi! Kaito, you noble bastard, you!
Oh, he didn't want Maki to be the Blackened, though. No, it was so sweet.
He did it for Maki.
But there's only one antidote. Oh no, Kokichi. What were they both doing in the bathroom? Why didn't Maki ask that? It's like, are y'all taking turns throwing up in there? I've got the antidote, but Kokichi, It's for Kaito.
Yep. But
don't
Kokichi,
take it.
Kokichi, what does he do? He takes the antidote that Maki. So basically, the sequence of events is that Kaito takes the hit. Maki rushes into the detective's lab, Shuichi's lab, to get the antidote, and throws the antidote into the washroom with like the secret window so that Kaito can use the antidote. However, Kokichi, being the little shit that he is, takes the antidote and is like, "Yo, get fucked, everyone."
Lols.
Yeah, pretty much lols. Kaito tells Maki to leave and just run for whatever reason.
She goes to town on that like opening because she wants to break in, but the hangar was locked.
Oh,
so she's
that's right.
Stabbing the mechanical thing, being like, "Open, damn it."
Yep. Yeah.
But it was broken because what is it? The electromagnetic bomb.
Yeah.
Kokichi's got, so it's like no one's going to watch what we do. This is our moment. So they fake Kaito's death. Kokichi takes the kill or takes the fall, lets himself get squished because he's going to die anyway.
Yeah.
He gives Kaito the poison. He fake drinks it in front of Maki.
The antidote. Yeah.
The antidote. Yeah, that's what I mean. Fake drinks the antidote in front of Maki. I want to imagine he's just kind of giving her like the finger when he does it too. It's like, "Oh, what that? Can't kill me from here, can you?" Then she just starts pulling out knives and throwing them at him in my head.
Yeah, like, this is where Kokichi... Oh, man, it's so weird to say this. This is where he really shines. Because, he's dead. He swapped... Basically, the only evidence that the team has to investigate this case is a videotape, a video recording of Kaito being crushed by the industrial presser. Of course, what happened is that the video was... I mean, they kept saying it wasn't manipulated. It was manipulated.
It wasn't doctored, but it was totally manipulated.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, like, it wasn't edited, but, like, basically they paused the video just before Kaito was pressed, and then they switched places, and then they continued recording the video as Kokichi was pressed down, but you didn't see Kokichi's body. You would only see Kaito's coat hanging out of the side of the presser.
Like, when I saw the video, I instantly knew, no, it's not Kaito. I instantly knew, because it stops. It stops a moment, and then it just presses super hard, and you're like, no.
Yeah, it's like, something's weird here. Danganronpa, again, it's the way Danganronpa works. If it's the obvious answer, that's not what it is. So, yeah, turns out Kaito survived, he took the antidote, and he has been in this exisal the entire time.
And he was the one that pressed the button that killed Kokichi, so he was the blackened.
He's the blackened, and wow, this is... And again, okay, going back to, saying this is where Kokichi shined. Kokichi, like, when Kaito said that Kokichi wrote the entire script for him to use and lines to say during the trial, it's like, how brilliant is Kokichi to be able to plan all of this, to have the foresight to see exactly how this is going to play out, to know all the characters so well enough that he can predict everything that's going to go down in this class trial. Like, god damn, I love this character. Like, he could give... If there's one character who could give the Joker a run for his money, it's Kokichi.
He definitely does feel... It does feel like a Joker Batman kind of like... not as heavy, but like Batman's the world's greatest detective. Joker is the, prince of like, insanity. He does stuff for like seemingly no reason, but there's reason behind everything. The lies are a truth to him, and it's so good throughout the whole thing. Like, rival... Like... he's not an antagonist. It's not, I don't even know if like a rival is the best term for it, but he's just a foil. He's the perfect foil to Shuichi.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny, like they were talking about the Batman Joker dynamic because Shuichi is the ultimate detective.
Yes.
So yeah, it just makes so much sense. But like the best part is that Kokichi is not insane like the Joker is. Like,
No, he knows exactly what he's doing at all times.
At all times, yeah. Like, the Joker, absolutely insane. Like, you can make arguments for, like, depending on which incarnation of the Joker we're talking here, Heath Ledger's or,
Jared
classic
Leto,
animation.
Like, is there any other one, Will? Come on. Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we're going to have a talk after this. But, yeah, Kokichi's just brilliant. Like, he's a little shit, but he's a brilliant little shit. I love him for it. Yeah, but anyway, this was his whole plot. Like, the reason he executed this, no pun intended, was because he wanted to throw off Monokuma and the Mastermind. And that's when you're torn, like, the player is torn on who Kokichi really is. And same with the characters. I think they're torn on who Kokichi really is. Because according to Kaito, Kokichi said that he's doing all this because because Kokichi's tired of this damn game. So it's like, well, okay, is he genuinely, like, is that who he is? Or was that just another one of his lies to convince Kaito to go through with this plan with them? We'll never know.
Nope, afraid not.
Yeah, and then of course, because Kaito is the Blackened, Kaito must be executed. And
but he's still dying super hard.
Maki admits her feelings for him. They have a total, like, okay, maybe it's not like a Han Solo Leia moment, but Kaito definitely pulls a Han Solo there.
Oh, it does. That's a definitely good reference for it. There it feels.
Yeah, and it's so sad because, again, you have these two characters who are just too headstrong to admit any feelings for them during the game itself. And when they do admit their feelings, it's too late. And it's like, man, game, you already pulled this garbage with us with Kaede and Shuichi. Now you're doing it all over again. How many times are you gonna fall for your charms, damn it? Yeah, and anyway, Kaito, his execution is a throwback to the very first execution that we see in Danganronpa. And we're not talking like Chiaki's death, but we're talking about the opening animation of Danganronpa 1, where
Kirigiri's dad.
We don't really know it's Kirigiri's dad until the end.
Until later, we see him as a pile of bones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so anyway, Kaito gets rocketed into space, but because he's sick, he dies before the execution is complete. Which, this is one of my favorite scenes in the game. Monokuma looks pissed because, like, for the first time, like, Kaito, like, a character stuck it up to him and said, "No, fuck you. I'm not letting you kill me. I'm taking this satisfaction away from you.
Going my own way." And he got to go back to space.
He did. Yeah, that's so symbolic. Like, he dies in space, like where he wanted to go. It's like, man, Monokuma, he played you. Which is just, yeah, it's another bittersweet execution.
But not everyone is happy with what happened. Mm-hmm. Kibo.